As far as your own personal life goes, is this the whole bootleg business? Has it taken much out? Are you finding it difficult to work yourself?
I would find it difficult to work if it was frustrating me in any way, or in any major way, or if I found that what we were doing wasn't, if it for some reason was a little illogical or it was a little hard to swing and I was constantly fighting something or somebody, then it would get me down. I don't think that the physical number of hours or even the mental attitude that you have to contain all the time is the sort of thing that wears you down. I think just aggression or aggravation is the thing that starts to kill you, you know. At the moment, I'm perfectly happy, and even though we're working a lot of hours, you know, and we don't get a lot of sleep and all that sort of thing, that doesn't really worry me because the momentum of what's happening is carrying me along. If that stops or it becomes difficult, then I'll start to notice maybe how tired we all are.
Is it making an intrusion on your own songwriting?
Well, it would if it hadn't dawned on me that I personally, anyway, go through hills and valleys. You know, I might have a hill for a while where I can write fairly freely, you know, not easily, but fairly freely, and things come, you know. And then I'll go through periods when nothing happens. And before, when that happened, I used to think, oh, I've lost it, that's the end, I'll never write another song, you know. But then when you learn about your hills and valleys, if you can fill your valleys with all these other activities and you're keeping your head going, you're not really losing momentum. And then you just sort of know after a while, you start to get little phrases out of things you read and things go wrong in your mind. You think, oh, well, I'm ready to start again now, you know, which is what I've done. I'm on a bit of a hill at the moment because I'm into the second album, you know, and I'm writing a lot.
On your own songwriting, some people have taken a view that you can't really be considered as an Australian songwriter because, as they see it, an Australian song should include references to Australia or be distinctively Australian in the lyrics. How do you feel about that sort of criticism?
Well, as I said in that same interview, so many different ways of looking at it. First of all, you've got to look at the fact that a song is an individual thing in its own right, regardless of any national barriers or even any commercial barriers. It should be just a pure creative form, you know, and you have a responsibility to that song to make it as good as it can be for what it wants to do. For that reason, I wouldn't encumber. I'm not suggesting that the word Meekatharra or Warrnambool would necessarily encumber a song, but, you know, in the case of, for instance, Gingerman, which is the one that's been most cited, I just felt that for that song, in fact, I didn't even think about it. I just wrote the song the way that it came out of me, and I used those words because they were so natural for me to use. And it was only when people started asking me that I started to reflect on it and think, well, you know, why did I really say George? And I can't answer that. But in a concrete form, if you just look at it realistically, the only way we can become international competitors is to initially, perhaps, let's not lay on the kangaroos and the koala bears on them first up, but let's rather more get involved in their game, but on our terms. And once we're there fighting, we're there, we've got our numbers going for us, then let's introduce them to our culture. But let's not just do it straight off and say, listen, we're all like Rolf Harris, have a koala bear, you got to dig it, you know.